Welcome to another rant video. I got my new mic now, and for this video we're going to be doing it with Jangles the Moon Monkey. Where you at, Jangles? There he is. I don't remember who made this. I'm gonna find it and put it in the link, cause that's awesome. And of course Ash. And Ash has a chainsaw. I need to up the volume on the swing though. I'm going to try to cover some things because a lot of people were, especially people in other countries with better consumer laws than we have, which is kind of sad considering some of those countries. Going to cover like EULAs, why Bethesda can sue the shit out of us, you know, a little, which will segue a little bit into paid modding again, graphics, and Ash vs. Evil Dead. So, first thing I just want to say about my Ash vs. Evil Dead series is a lot of people are thinking it's going to be a mod. It's not going to be a mod. There's no fucking way. It's going to be a web series, sort of like, you know, me producing a TV series. Which, I mean, I could release the ESP for it, but it's going to be slaved to so much shit. It's going to have no failsafes, like zero, because I know everything that I want to do, so the to take me years to do. Whereas if I wanted to make a 30-minute episode and I got the voice actors and shit, that could take me a week and a half, 2 weeks if I'm fast at it. So I'd rather do that. Also, downside of this mic is I don't have a mute, so I'm just going to cough and you're going to deal with it. Sorry. And I might do that a couple times. I don't know. My seasonal asthma has been messing up. Always got reflection on his helmet. ADHD win. I gotta get my fucking inhaler. First thing I actually want to crab about is I got, thanks, and another thing is, another full disclosure, I had 13 hours of sleep. I finally caught up to me. I slept well, I've eaten, I've had a shower, I've worked out, I feel really good, so I'm probably not going to be as ranty as usual. And you guys have been great. I pretty much blew, like, all the donation money I ever made, and got a 980, because my other card, I don't remember what the hell it was, crapped out. It's a goner. It's a giant paperweight with cool glowy lights. So I got a 980 and I've been like, whee, everything at super high graphics, and then I have to keep turning off motion blur so I don't get sick. But graphics, oh my god, I started playing yesterday. Tomb Raider came out. I forgot about it till yesterday night. And so I bought Tomb Raider. I've been willfully keeping in the dark about everything involving it because I know all the console kiddies got it first. And it's got one of my favorite authors' daughters who writes it, Rihanna Pratchett. So if you guys haven't ever read anything by Terry Pratchett, go do so. But the graphics, oh my goodness, I might edit this video, I don't know. But the graphics are just freaking insane. There's the start, you're walking through snow, and wherever you walk, you like dig out the snow and shit. And I can tell it's a little, it's a little wonky at points, but oh my goodness. And then everything, the freaking backgrounds. The LOD is beautiful, the freaking characters are gorgeous, everything is freaking, and then it would come back to this. But I still love this, and that's the sad part. It's like, it's a love-hate relationship. I want to just kill the shit out of it, and then, die, propane. Can I not kill propane tanks? Nope. Oh, they're probably not propane tanks, and I'm an idiot. So yeah, I don't know. Bethesda games always piss me off on graphics, and I'm not usually a graphics whore. Like, I usually make fun of my friends who play with the MBs like nonstop and shit. Oh, you have to have the EMB, but oh my goodness, just the shit you can do with a real game engine as opposed to this pile of crap. Was he locked in animation when he was jumping? Whee! So that brings me on to the EULAs thing. The end user license agreements, and you know, I've had a lot of people ask. I've had people offer once again, like a couple of people. It's not just you. You know, I'm talking to there's a couple of people who have like sent me PMs on Nexus. They've sent me freaking emails. They've sent me messages on YouTube, and they sent me messages on my Patreon about the fuck was that? Jangles just fucks. Run, Jangles, run! I'm with you. Fuck that shit. Jangles got this crap. What are you doing?
Damn it, where'd you go?
Jangles sounds like a 45-year-old smoker. Okay, I should stop distracting myself. So I have people like offer to pay me for stuff in mods. Like, oh, if you do this, I'll pay you X, I'll do... What are you doing, you freaking... Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm gonna try to ignore the monkey. Monkey's retarded. to try to pay me for modding and stuff, and I have to let them know, that's completely illegal. Even the Patreon is like, the Patreon is supporting me making videos. That's really what it's for. I can't ever insinuate on that page that it's for making mods. And in other countries, you guys are like, well, people can make money off derivative works. You can paint, a painting of somebody else's painting, make money off it, etc. And the problem is in this country that it's the IP laws, the intellectual property laws, and I don't play. I'm not a lawyer, but I do play one on TV. But a lot of this is going to be a little bit, man, somebody's going to be like, well, you weren't exactly right. And, well, the gist of it is correct. We cannot mod and make money until Bethesda okays it, and Bethesda is only going to okay it if they take a piece of the pie. And as we saw with the whole Modergate thing in Skyrim, they want a really huge piece of the pie for doing nothing besides making the game. And some of you will be like, well, they made the game. Well, there's a lot of things that you can get that take very small chunks that give us a decent chunk more than Bethesda has. And there's Unreal. Unreal's a good example. They didn't give us all the in-game models and the animations and shit, but Unreal Engine gives out its engine for free to people, and you only have to pay 5% off your gross, which means you're paying before it's taxed. 5% of that off when you make a game, if you exceed a certain amount of money per year. Which is why you see a lot of indie game developers making Unreal Engine games, because it's an extremely powerful engine. It makes this Gamebryo one look like a giant pile of shit that it is. This is an extremely powerful engine with what they upped it for Fallout 4. Unreal shits this engine. Like, this is literally Unreal's crap. And that's kind of a sad part. Now, I don't know if Bethesda's just stuck in their fucking ways or what, because some of the shit they do is so archaic, and it does kind of help the modding community, and in other ways it fucks us in the ass, like NIFs, trying to figure out NIF structure when they don't release tools. So that being said, and then there's Unity and a bunch of other things, and yes, 3D models are probably the most expensive thing you can buy. You took it Turbo Squid. People charge out the ass for cheap shit. And there's other engines, there's other things. I was talking with one guy who does sells shit on Second Life, and they only take a 5% cut, and they charge you for like upload and take a 5% cut and charge you for like polygons and shit, which is fair. They make a lot of money off that 5% for doing nothing. Bethesda during the whole Modergate thing wanted 45%, which you can bet will go up since they're going to be hosting now. They wanted 45% for doing nothing besides letting us finally make money off a 3-year-old game in Skyrim. And it's probably going to be a little bit worse this time around, which, meh. Like, if they just went 60-40, I'd probably be personally happy, but I want them to release the tools. Like, they don't give us all the tools. They give us the creation engine, and they don't give us how to make NIFs. We're relying on third-party software that will never make money. I mean, if you guys want to donate to somebody, go donate to some of the guys who make, like, NIF tools and shit. NIF tools, Xedit, they probably get a lot, but they got a lot of downloads. The NIF tools, Xedit, one guy who made the plugins for Max, that's how I've been putting models into the game, although I've been just jury-rigging Collision. But that's the thing, is that Bethesda wants to make so much money, or wanted to, off Skyrim, off of shit that other people were doing. And then there was no... one of my friends posted a thing about somebody stole armor from the Thief game and put it up on Steam Workshop. And it's been up there, and he literally has a post in his thing making fun of the people who were reporting him for stealing and saying, don't be like these losers. And Steam hasn't taken it down. Steam's a giant pile of crap. They don't give a shit about people's, like, there's a difference between copying something and directly importing it. Directly importing is stealing. Copying, there's a gray area there that you can exploit. So I went all over the place and went talking about the IP. So basically, if we create a mod using their tools, if I create something... Now, here's actually the funny thing. Because it is a big gray area. Xedit is a privately, independently made thing, right? They made Xedit, and I'm under no end-user license agreement from Xedit. I can make an ESP with Xedit. Legally, I can make an ESP with Xedit and sell it to you. And I can make the NIFs with NIF tools. I can make the... This is a concrete block chilling out here. Wait a minute, that's a fucking solid concrete block. That means there was a solid concrete block in the game and I didn't have to make one. Oh, I fucking hate you, game. Oh, seriously? Fuck you, Bethesda. So the end user license agreement basically for the creation kit is you can't make an ESP and sell it. And like I said, there's a lot of gray areas in this. There was one guy who I think made a quest or something or a character, and the character had no voiced lines in the game. It was all silent audio, and somebody voice acted for it. And they gave a link on the Nexus page to say, you know, go here and you can buy the audio lines for like $1, and you can put them in, and that's actually legal, because it's only illegal to make something with Bethesda's tools for the game and put them in, which is literally just an ESP. That's all fucking Bethesda ever fucking gives us, is the ability to make an ESP. And you can't use any of their assets in the game and sell them. So, like, me moving the collision around on it is technically illegal. Like, when I made that concrete block that's solid, the concrete block is mine. I made it in Max, and I don't have a license for Max yet, but I'd have to get one, and then I could sell it. That'd be legal. But I made it in Max, and then I had to use their collisions they had made to make a collision for it. So we don't have anything that can make collision, which technically I can't sell because I'm using their exact work in mine. Now, if I was to make the block and make the collisions, put it in a NIF scope, or put it in a NIF, and then use Xedit to create an ESP, I can actually legally sell that. But Bethesda would still sue the ever-living shit out of me. And they would probably win because I got no money to fight a lawsuit, and they just win that shit. But that would be me never agreeing to any EULA from the creation kit and nothing, and they would still sue me and they'd win. They're pretty litigious. And that guy who did the audio thing got in massive trouble, and I think he got removed from Nexus, and I don't remember if Bethesda came after him or not. They've come after other people for other things that were unrelated to like that, but fan crap. And I know a lot of you guys in other countries, you don't realize this either, is that I don't own this game. Fallout, I don't own it. I don't own it. I paid for it. I bought it. I don't own it. Our end user license agreements basically say you lease your fucking shit. Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 9, well, there was no Windows 9, Windows 10, you lease it. You don't own it. And most of those actually, if game companies wanted to, they could put like GameStop out of business. Most end user license agreements say you lease it and you can't give it to somebody else. You can't sell it, like Windows especially. Like, I bought Fallout, and I bought it on Steam, so I obviously can't give it away to somebody else. But if I bought a hard copy of it, it does actually say in some EULAs, I don't know if it does for this one, that you can't even give that game away. You can't resell it, you don't have any rights to it, and Bethesda can revoke your rights at any time. Windows can revoke your rights at any time. Anybody can revoke your rights at any time. And that's because in this country, our intellectual property rights are a little totalitarian in favor of the companies. Some of you guys might know when we buy our cell phones, we don't own them. When we buy digital things, when we buy software, we don't own most of it. It's just a lease. And at any point, if we modify that in any way, the base game, we can get in trouble for it, and we can actually get sued. Case in point, phones, I believe, are back on that one, like iPhones and shit. If you jailbreak your phone, you can actually lose the phone. They can take it away, sue you, revoke your coverage, whatever the fuck it is in those stupid contracts. And it's the same with video games. I mean, and at least Bethesda lets us, you know, stream the video for this. Like, this video right here, I'm going to click the monetize tab and make 7 cents off it. Whoop-de-fucking-do. But Bethesda could actually, if they wanted to, they could get with YouTube, like some games have, if anybody's heard of this, and, like, I think Nintendo's doing it big time, and they could detect that their material is inside of my video, and YouTube takes 55% of my 7 cents, so I get 3.5, and then fucking out of that 3.5, Bethesda would take 55%. And so I would get like 1.75 cents for this video. Well, over the course of the time, yeah, you don't make a lot on YouTube, I found that out. That's really bright over there. So it's like, they can do that. It's because intellectual property is intellectual property, and they're like, well, it's our intellectual property. Right now, in front of, I believe it's still going on, in front of Congress and shit, there's a measure to, or I can't remember, it's the court, Congress, or whatever, I looked it up a few months ago. GM wants to make it so that if you buy a GM car, you just lease it, because their software runs the car. Cars have gotten so modern now that software runs it. And they want to make it so that if you're driving your car, you can't, if it breaks down, you have to go to somebody who's GM certified, or else they can, you know, revoke your license for the car, etc. And also on that note is then you can't even work on your car because you don't own it. You're just, even if you pay cash up front, it's just like you're leasing the car. This is going to be hard to understand. Die, you fucker. Okay. So basically, they want to make it so when you buy a car, they get a spy on you because you can't modify the car, and all the fucking new cars, your GPS is tracking you, it's logging everywhere you go, it's Big Brother bullshit, and you can't. You take it to a mechanic who's uncertified, they could get sued, you could get your car removed, you might have legal ground to get your money back, but you don't know. That's how bad our consumer laws are here. I believe in one case, Australia, I think, is an example. If you buy something digitally, you own it, right? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure if you buy digital, you own it. Like, say, League of Legends, you buy a skin, you now own the rights to access that skin, and you can't be banned from the game. Whereas here, you can be permanently banned from the game after sinking hundreds and hundreds of dollars into it, and you lose everything you bought digitally. Same thing with, say, World of Warcraft. Or any MMO, they can ban you from the game even if you've made real money purchases from the game, which is completely fucking ridiculous. It's just fucking insane. And some people be like, well, you shouldn't violate their... Yeah, that's our law. It's still stupid. You can call a stupid law a stupid law. Guess what? There was a point where slavery was legal. We're going to always bring up the slavery card. But slavery was legal. And guess what? It was legal, and if you were a slave and you ran away, by the law, they could hang you, do whatever you could do. That was the law. It was stupid as fuck. And there was people back then going, well, that's the law, and you shouldn't violate it, slave. Stay in your fucking... No. There's laws that are fucking stupid as shit and need to be changed. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying go out and break the law repeatedly. I'm just saying the law's fucking stupid here. Especially in regards to content and intellectual property. I mean, the analogy is going into a Burger King, buying a burger, and then cussing somebody out inside the Burger King, and then they remove you and take your burger away from you. Well, you bought that burger. You own that burger. You would have a right to actually get that burger and eat it. You could actually sue them for that. And people, like, do stupid shit like that all the time. And it's because you owned it. You bought it, you owned it, you get to eat it, even if you do something stupid. And... they can't they can't be you buy food, and if you go out and punch somebody in the face, they're gonna take all the food that you bought from that store back home with you. And man, you guys are lazy, Bethesda. Look at that. I can see where I do that shit. They didn't even finish that model off. Look at that shit. It's dumb. It's really dumb. We're basically a consumer nation here in America, and we just bend over and take it from companies. And it's pretty fucking stupid, in my opinion. Die, Jangles! He looks so sad. Well, he's not angry at me for blowing his brains out or trying to. Good job whoever made him to get him covered in blood. I don't know if that's on purpose. That's kind of cool. Here's his backpack. So that's like the big rant for this one, which, you know, goes into the paid modding. Like, they're gonna... Bethesda feeds everybody a load of shit, and people are like, oh, they care about the modders. And we had a lot of modders who had opted in for that paid modding shit that didn't even try to negotiate and just took the 25%, and we're like, yay! And they made some money, and you could probably make good money off of it. It was just still a shit deal. I mean, if Bethesda offers 25% again, there's pretty much nothing we can do about it if they put it into practice. Like, at least the whole Moddergate shit went up in storms for them, even though it was 95% people screaming, we don't want to pay for shit, we want freebies, and 5% saying, you know, this is a bad deal. At least maybe we'll have better luck with this one. I don't know. My hope's not super high, but I mean, 25% is still better than nothing, and we'll end up taking it because we have no choice in the matter. And then maybe I'll make enough to make my own game. I don't know. Pipe dreams. Yeah. RIP laws are stupid, guys. Just roll with it. It's dumb as fuck. Like, I'd like to hear from people about their countries. I know we got people from a bunch of different places watching this shit that I've talked to. Let me know about your country's IP laws. I'm really curious. If you've gotten this far in the video and you haven't cut your own throat from trying to watch me, I want to know, like, if you guys buy a phone, if you buy software, do you own it? Do you not own it? I'd like to get a good feedback from different countries, because I'm curious about this. I think it's one of the dumber things we do. And, I mean, what the hell are we going to do? If shit passes and keeps passing, like, as most people probably know, like, corporations own our fucking government and our fucking laws, and it's fucking pathetic. What which brings me into the voting thing. And people wonder why Trump, even though he's a big business guy, is like winning because everybody's just sick and fucking tired. And what's he gonna manage to fuck up that isn't already fucked up? Like, if he just fucks it up, it's just gonna be the same old, same old. If he doesn't fuck it, it's just gonna be the same fucking shit. Like, I'm just hoping nothing happens, and or he just like executes Congress, or fucking. Well, that's mean to say. I'm probably gonna get in trouble. I probably can't legally say that. The I want to see Cabinet Apprentice. Like, who's gonna be a Vice President Apprentice would be amazing. Like, I think we'd have 6 months for that. Like, they do the nomination early, and then like they do the run. You have 6 months of Vice President Apprentice before the voting. That'd be fucking amazing. Raise a couple $1 billion, pay it toward our gajillion trillion national debt because we're dummies. Alright, I got nothing. I don't know. I think I had something else to talk about, and then I freaking just went completely on the EULA bullshit. Yeah. Anyway, you guys should check out the Ash versus. I just did a quick teaser. Hopefully Bethesda is gonna get the CK out their ass soon, and then I can start wailing on crap. I really do. I want to write. I want to write this shit and get it in and get some decent voice actors. Oh, if you guys know any voice actors, if you guys know anybody who can do a mean Bruce Campbell impersonation, like young Bruce Campbell, old Bruce Campbell, I don't give a shit. He can sound either way. If you got one that can do that, that would be fucking phenomenal. Like, find them. I'm offering $100 right now. I had 2 people donate very generously for that. So we're offering like $100 for the voice actor, and then more pay as, you know, lines come in and shit. I can pay him. You know, I'm just gonna throw my entire Patreon money into that, because it's just something I really want to do, and quite frankly, I mean, I might as well just use the money to keep doing shit, keep making more videos and having fun with it. So, my wife feeds me and clothes me. She's a good wife. She takes care of me. I'm a bitch. Yeah. For those who don't know, I do have my own small business. It's an IT company, which means I do my job right. I get to sit on my ass a little extra. My wife does make the majority of the money in our relationship, though, that's for sure. But yeah. Oh yeah, voice actors, guys. If you know them, I'm willing to pay them. We definitely need a brew. Like, probably got. I don't know. Bethesda sticks to their time schedule. People are saying like mid-February. I'm thinking it's gonna be more like March, April, May. I don't know what the fuck. So I probably got a month or 2 to find a voice actor. I put one thing up on the casting call thing. I might start putting shit up elsewhere. I'll probably make some posts on Reddit forums and stuff in a week or 2, just if I don't find anybody. But I definitely. Oh, and people who don't. Yeah, it's gonna be the series is just gonna be scenes. It's going to be scenes that I trigger, and then I can film using my own camera without the UI like I'm doing now, and without a gun, clearly. And then I can actually just go into the toggle free camera and move around really slowly and like film shit. And then I can just re-trigger scenes over and over again and film it from different angles and just set up the entire AI. So it'll be like filming, but having a lot more control over your actors, kind of. As I've known in past Bethesda games, your actors can do some really weird shit, like Jangles, like setting off nukes and shit, and then running away and cowering, and I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's a loyal guy. Look at him. I have no idea how long this video went on either. Hope this mic was good. I actually didn't cough that much. I need to get a pop filter, but I'm not sure if I really need to. I'm gonna probably listen back to myself and try not to vomit and see if there's any need to. Oh, and I'll try to do I'm thinking of doing a Hidden Gems thing tomorrow, and then I've got to schedule a time sometime this weekend with Fading Signal and doing a Get to Know Your Mod Author, and Chesco's on the line for some point for people who want to know, and I'm not so sure about, and I gotta yap at a few other people. So, yay, video over. It was a long rant about our stupid IP practices.